Okay, we have Intel, which used to be everyone's favorite overpriced company, but now I don't really know about the financials. I've never been a fan of Intel personally. I like AMD, but that's just me. From a technical trading standpoint, let's see what we're working with. So, last month closed pretty bullish. This month seems to be coming down and then pulled back up. So I think on a monthly analogy, the bulls are still in place. Price is way above this moving average on the daily, so I think that's also good. We just have this little area of resistance recently up here at about 37 bucks. So, but you can see support forming at this area, so that's also a good sign. It's based on this and this alone. I would say Intel is a good buy. If we want to find an entry point, we got to figure out our monthly range. Does this even move up that much on the month? So last month it did 580. This is saying it does about $6. So last month it did 580. Month before that was 740. Month before that was 540. So yeah, it probably does about $6. So if this is our low for the month, back in earlier this week, the 8th, if this was our low for the month at 33.90-ish, we'll mark this. This is all theory. 33.90. Let's say is our monthly low for Intel. And then if it does about $6, which we determined it does, we're looking at 39.90. Oops. Oh, I'll put in coordinates here. 39.90. It's quite a bit up here, so obviously we'd have to break this zone and then head higher. This zone does seem to be giving us issues, so this is the monthly range, and I think it's still a fine target, but I would really be cautious once price hits this area. If it starts to reject it all, then I'd probably just close the position. But yeah, as of right now, I think anything below like $34 seems to really be holding this. Even a little bit higher, like around 34.20 on the daily, is holding it. It doesn't look like there's much bullish momentum though, so Intel seems pretty flat to me right now. Still bullish, still think it'll go up, but you kind of want to wait for price to really show that it's going to. So right now you have, as of this, on this 1 hour, so price is above this moving average, which is good. The temporary, the short-term 1 hour momentum is still there, but you can see came up higher low here, came back up, hasn't made a higher high. So I would definitely wait for price to break this area here, right above, if we 35.10, at least on a 1 hour aspect. The higher the time frame, the better. I would like it to break on a daily. I mean, even if you look on this 4 hour, it's like printing almost like a hammer candle here. So this is pretty weak as far as like momentum on Intel going upwards, very weak. So I would not buy this yet. I probably wouldn't even buy this tomorrow. I don't usually trade on Fridays, but coming Monday, if price breaks this area, then I would consider it. You can see that, I mean, if price is respecting these new lows here, and there's momentum coming in, it'll break this zone, and then you're looking for something like this. So I mean, that's a really tight stop. I probably would not have that type of a stop. I'd probably just keep it below these wicks here if you're going to use a stop loss at all, or if you're just going to buy the stock and hope indefinitely that it goes up by the end of the month, which I mean you definitely could do. This is kind of what you're looking at. So no momentum in the market yet, but it is bullish, and I would wait for this buy position. Definitely don't short this. You got all the moving averages against, would be against you there. So do not short this yet. Do not short it at all. Wait for it to break this zone and then look for a buy entry. So that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to see how it plays out. See if these lows, these higher lows keep intact. So I mean, if price breaks this trend line, which I don't really use trend lines, but I mean, if it breaks this low especially, then that would invalidate this, and we wouldn't be looking for a buy, at least for a little while then after that. So That is Intel. I do think it's a good buy position above, you know, 35 bucks ish. If it closes above $35, which it hasn't, you know, it hasn't in a little while here. So close above $35, you know, 35.10 even, just to be on the safe side. A close above 35.10 on at least the hourly time frame, then we're good for a long position to target 39.90, which is the monthly range. But if it doesn't make that full range, we'll take our profits at about 37 bucks here. So still a good trade once that lines up. So that's Intel.